Hey guys, and welcome back to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. We have an interesting video today, right? You know I love the Game Boy. The Game Boy DMG will always be my favorite Game Boy. So this here is a Game Boy inspired game, and yeah, it's Robocop versus Predator. So when I first saw this, I jumped with joy. I was like, wow, we've got a Game Boy game I can play on the analog pocket. But before you guys get too hyped, this is a Windows game. Now, this isn't a criticism of it. It's absolutely fantastic. I've got a handheld Windows device. I put it on there, I played it, put the green filter on, and guys, you know what? I was in for a world of fun. So this is a game made by Oscar Celestini, who's an Italian guy. I'll leave the Twitter, a direct link to the game in the description of the video if you want to check it out. But guys, this is just fun. It really does feel like a Game Boy game on Windows, and I've played a few of these over the years. So to talk a little bit about Oscar Celestini, they're an Italian comic artist. They've worked on DC Comics, on Image stuff, Disney, among other things, and they're also an indie game developer. So they're into like good old style or old fashioned games, and you can kind of see that in this game that they made, Robocop versus Predator. I really do hope it comes out for actual Game Boys. Obviously, the advantage of playing it on the PC, we're playing this in a nice 16:9 aspect ratio. We're not wasting any real estate on our modern screens, and guys, it feels good. Now this game's tough, man. It's got Jack from Big Trouble in Little China in it, and everything. It's wicked. I got past the first stage, I got to stage 2, and then it got really difficult, and I just kept dying. Now I'm sure there's a way to get around here. I'm actually filming this video at like 4 AM in the UK, so I'm definitely not at my freshest, and even when I'm at my freshest, I'm definitely not at my best. So how Oscar describes the story for this game. Okay, so story: Robocop is involved in an awesome adventure against Predator. But the terrible alien is not the only problem that he'll face. More troubles from the future are coming, but some friends also, to fight this final war and save the future of the human race. This game is a lovely tribute to the cult movies of 80s and 90s. And what I saw here, I saw like Jack from Big Trouble in Little China, Robocop, there's Predator, and I'm sure there's more in there. I just didn't have the skill to kind of get through it. So I guess I'm making it so I'm not spoiling it for you. You know, download this for your Windows machine, play it. You know, if you like Game Boy, if you like Robocop, you like 80s and 90s movies, like I do, you're gonna love it. So as I'm gonna read the rest of like Oscar's description. So if you love them, they're talking about 80s and 90s movies. If you love them as my team, you'll like this little gem we made for you. So absolutely love it. Thank you, Oscar. Love it. Absolutely brilliant. So the content, it has like 4 video filters, CRT-ON, grey. I left the CRT off, I just went with the green screen. And it's got an original story, 5 zones, 2 acts each. So actually I was still in the first zone, in the second act of the first zone. Shooter bonus stages, yeah, I didn't get to that, but you guys check it out and let me know how they are. I do kind of intend to play this. It is very good. There's 5 bosses. Okay, so in my video I didn't see one yet, but think of this video rather than a playthrough or anything like that. I want to introduce this game to you guys. I want you guys to check it out for yourselves. You can play this with a controller, or you can play it via keyboard. I actually played it with a controller, and yeah, it kind of played well. Now I played it on a device called a GPD Win Max, which has a built-in controller, and I didn't try and change it, but it was configured over to the analog stick instead of the D-pad. I usually prefer playing games like this on the D-pad. I probably could have swapped it over, but for the purpose of the video, I just kind of went through it. But that's really it, guys. For the video, just a massive shout out to a game by Oscar Celestini. The story was by Simone, Granata, music by Gianluca Pappalardo, and alternate cover artwork by Piero Trabanelli. Hopefully I got those names right. I'm trying to make it sound like a little bit more authentic when I do the Italian. I've got a few Italian friends, so I've learned how to say a few Italian names. But that's it, guys. Check this out. It's free. It's available on itch.io. Absolutely brilliant. And yeah, so if you like this kind of stuff, a subscription and a like is always super appreciated. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.